Ghosts, goblins, banshees, nocturnal creatures that squirm underneath your bed. The Halloween season. It truly is right around the corner now. Well, I guess it does kind of depend on who you ask though, because it's August 10th. But one thing's for sure, all of the department stores, our favorite candle companies, they're releasing their Halloween products, their merchandise. And I'm here today to film my third and final sneak peek video of Yankee Candle's 2017 Halloween line. I've got several candles and accessories that we've yet to discuss. I thought I'd break them on out and we'd take a look. How does that sound? Let's do it. Are you ready for this? Hallmark. 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 Go figure. So weird. We have the trio just sitting right there in front of this store window. If people only knew how hard I looked to get my hands on these, and here they are. Not a witch hand this year, but a skeleton hand. In my last video I said this had a 3D effect, and it certainly does. It's painted on the outside, with the exception of these trees. Can you see that? So the inside of the glass is painted gray. The outside of the glass, painted black. Gives it a 3D effect. Votive holder here to match the other skeleton hand. Got the ring on there as well. $12.99. So candlestick holder. Your candlesticks are going to go right into those columns. Beautiful looking wrought iron fence. The raven perched. You could even get two of them and create a gate. Not a bad idea, right? $16.99. A similar, very similar looking house warmer holder. Cylindrical wrought iron fence. A lot of detail. And that's only $10. And a charm for your vehicle, if you so desire. Still no sweet seduction. I need that large jar. So the last time we spoke about Yankee Candle Halloween, I was saying how Yankee might be doing away with SWIRL candles. And thankfully, this is not the case, at least not yet. We may remember this fragrance from last year, Toxic Tonic. This was a SWIRL candle of spiced pumpkin and forbidden apple. SWIRL candles used to be very popular, but over the years they've been sort of phased out. The one that everyone probably knows from Halloween is Trick or Treat, one of my favorites. That is going to be a swirl of candy corn and Yankee Candle's buttercream, the classic buttercream candle. Now the saving grace for candy corn being retired was that hopefully they would still produce Trick or Treat. But when I heard that they were getting rid of the swirls, I was really bummed out. However, I introduced to you a brand new candle for 2017. This candle without a name. It is a SWIRL candle, and that is exactly all it says right there on the label, except for the two fragrances that are blended in. We have Forbidden Apple and Sweet Seduction. So although it looks mighty similar to that Toxic Tonic, I assure you these are far different candles. So what is this Sweet Seduction? Sweet Seduction is going to be a brand new 22-ounce fragrance for Halloween this year. But I've looked, I've searched, I've called, I've emailed. I have still to this point, August 10th, yet to get my hands on a Sweet Seduction candle. However, it's right there in the jar. The big question was, is Sweet Seduction a repackage of candy corn? Or is it going to be a homogenized version of Trick or Treat? Or is it something completely new, something different that we haven't seen before? Well, I couldn't tell you because I couldn't track down the candle. But I see some Sweet Seduction in there. So you know what this means. We have to break out the aroma prison. I got two mason jars right here. In jar number 1, I'm going to take this candy corn tart, 5 grams of it, and melt it inside. This way all of the fragrance oils will volatilize, fill up the negative space inside of that jar. But in container number 2, I'm going to take 5 grams of Sweet Seduction. I know, it's gonna be painful, but I'm gonna take 5 grams of Sweet Seduction and place it in jar number 2. This way we'll be able to compare candy corn side by side with Sweet Seduction and see what the difference is, if there's any difference at all. But before we do any of that, I want to introduce to you another new candle for 2017. Are we ready? Bam! Not a swirl candle, but a layered candle. And if you can take a close look on top, we'll see that we have spiced pumpkin, Sweet Seduction, and buttercream underneath. You can see it's a 2-wick tumbler, soy wax, and a slightly different lid than the jack-o'-lantern lids that we've been seeing so far this year. And what's interesting is even though the spiced pumpkin is on top, I can still smell the buttercream, but I don't know if that's also the Sweet Seduction. Who knows? Who knows? Expect that on August 26th at your local Yankee Candle as well. All right, let's do it. And just to keep everything as scientifically accurate here, I have a digital scale and this knife right here. Let's get 5 grams out of this tart. All right, so we're just gonna put that right there. Now this whole process will be a lot easier for you if you just shave the wax just like this. 5 grams. And there it is. We'll put this off to the side. Now here comes the part that might be hard for all of you to watch, but it needs to get done. 5 grams of Sweet Seduction. Beautiful. Now the good news is all of this wax can be put right back into that jar as soon as I'm done. It's only 5 grams and the candle will perform just fine. Candy corn and Sweet Seduction. Let's go melt these up and have ourselves a little evaluation, shall we? Already a difference. I love this. So the candy corn has pretty good clarity. I can see right through it, where the Sweet Seduction is really, really cloudy. I'm gonna start off with candy corn. Okay, of course, it's what I've come to expect from candy corn. Candy corn has never been a super powerful fragrance. The intensity is always a bit lower, which some people don't enjoy, but I always did. You get that vanilla, cane sugar, honey bear goodness. Let's check out Sweet Seduction. The anticipation, folks, the anticipation. So what you folks can't see is that I've been sitting here for about 25 minutes, hence the solidified wax of this Sweet Seduction. I thought about this, I knew it could happen, but I really hoped it wouldn't. I'm smelling a forbidden apple or green apple inside of this jar. So even though I picked only the Sweet Seduction out of that jar, only the orange wax, somehow forbidden apple ended up in this mason jar. Unless Sweet Seduction has a green apple note to it. But I'll never know for sure unless I do one thing. And I desperately did not want to do this, but it looks like I have no choice. I have to perform a little dissection on this layered candle. There is Sweet Seduction right there in the middle. You gotta do what you gotta do. Just remember, folks, This hurts me just as much as it hurts you. Let's cut her up. Let's make an incision right here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's not too bad if you ask me. So as you can see, this piece right here, untainted by spiced pumpkin or any other fragrance. So flash forward, sweet seduction, soy wax this time, much more milky. Let's see if we have better luck this time. Now this one was certainly untouched by any of the other fragrances, however it was still in the same vessel. Let's do it. All right. This is exciting. All right, the wheels. All right, I feel it. I feel it. Is this candy corn? This is not going to be candy corn. Do I smell candy corn? I smell candy corn. Is this trick or treat? Well, you know what? It's pretty close, but there's more going on in Sweet Seduction. I am getting the buttercream. I am getting that honey-esque candy corn, but I'm also getting a big citrus lemon tart dessert. You get that ooey gooey lemon custard underneath that dense, soft, and crunchy graham cracker crust. Something that's coming to mind is meringue, egg whites whipped with sugar and lemon juice, and a little bit of cream cheese too. Imagine like a Junior's cheesecake, only candy corn flavored. And big time whipped cream, like right out of the can, ready whip. And I am picking up on spices. It's totally possible that it's because of the spiced pumpkin that was sitting on top of this wax. But what I'm smelling right now is a little bit of this sweet cinnamon sugar, nothing intense, but it's adding to the savory, buttery crustiness of that pastry crust. Lots of vanilla. Okay, so my final conclusion of Sweet Seduction in this form. This is pretty exciting for me. This was what I was hoping for. So Yankee Candle might have come up with the solution. Candy corn was just one of those that, you know, never performed the way people wanted it to. A Trick or Treat is a fan favorite. Sweet Seduction can be a repackage of both, bringing us what we loved about those two previous candles, but also bringing us more. And for anybody who does not have a positive association with candy corn, a lot of people don't like candy corn, this might be diverse enough where it won't play with any of those negative associations, while the people who have that special place in their heart for candy corn, this will definitely play off those associations, pull at those heartstrings. I am happy with that outcome. I cannot wait to get the full jar, give it a smell, reevaluate the candle, but I think this last attempt here was completely necessary and very successful. Thank you folks so much for watching today. That's going to be it for my sneak peek Halloween Yankee Candle videos. The next time you hear me talking about Yankee Candle Halloween, I'm going to be at South Deerfield, Massachusetts, home of the Yankee Candle Village flagship store. I'm going to be the first one in line for the Halloween preview party, August 26th. So make sure you check that out. And if you're there, make sure you say hello. But for today, that's going to be it. I will be seeing you soon, but until then, be good.